Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today, taking a look at the month of November for Aquarius. So wherever you happen to have Aquarius in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on an Aquarius, hello and welcome. So happy to have you here. What are you thankful for? Where can you show more gratitude this month? And it is a number 14, gratitude. Find reasons to be grateful for everything in your life. All things are possible with the infinite spirit's help and guidance. Be grateful for your family, friends, home, work, and financial blessings. Your only burden is your attitude when things don't go your way. When you decide not to let things get you down, you invite in happier times and more opportunities. The universal law of like attracts like is at play here. Life is constantly changing, so fill yours with gratitude. The affirmation: I am filled with gratitude and live my life in joy. And some good crystals that you can use when you are meditating or manifesting, more things to be grateful and thankful for, or all of your blessings that you have to be grateful for, are iolite, sunstone, and rose quartz. I am filled with gratitude and live my life in joy. Please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. It may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe, so if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so that can really affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out. I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling and gripping onto things a bit of a challenge for me, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. Whenever that happens, I tend to drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring things a little closer to my face so I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. The messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, if you would like to purchase something from my wish list, like a candle or a card deck, something for my family, something for my fur babies, or if you would just like to make a donation, that can all be found in that description box down below. So make sure you check that out. Now, before we get into cards, we are going to get a word message from the spirit board. As you can see, there is a ring of words, and that is what Spirit has picked for the month of November. So, all right, Spirit, November 2025 for Aquarius, a word message. What is it that Aquarius needs to know? We have give coming in. So give more, you guys. And it's not just about material things. Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's giving more love, putting a little more effort into things. If you want more out of things, give more. The more you give towards something, or the more goodness that you're putting out, the more good things are going to come back to you. I hope that makes sense. So, make sure you're giving of, not just material things, but your time and your energy and your effort, and that you're being present. You're showing up, you guys, and you're giving it all you've got. And, but in doing so, you have to remember to keep pouring back into your own self. So, you know, give and take. There needs to be a balance there. You know, make sure, you know, you're not taking more than what you're willing to give, you guys, because that can really drain, that can really harm other people, you know, and sometimes we're not aware of that, you know. I mean, yeah, there are energy vampires out there, and, you know, learning to put your strong, healthy boundaries in place is one of the most loving things you can give yourself. So, yeah. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. All right, let's get some The Answer is Simple Oracle here for you for this month of November, Aquarius. Let's make things easy on ourselves. Let's get back to basics. Make things simple. You have a number 28. Reach out. You know, children don't hesitate. You know, they will cry. They will, you know, whatever they need to do to get someone's attention. And, you know, sometimes we have to do that too, you know, but I think we're less willing to reach out. You know, maybe we have reached out in the past and it was like no one was there, or no one seemed to care, you know, which sucks. You know, I mean, there's just no other way to put that. You have a number 24 for create. So, you know, you can create a masterpiece for yourself, you know, no matter how humble or rough your beginnings or goings on have been, you guys. You can still create a masterpiece. You can still create a wonderful life for yourself. You have to believe in yourself. We also have a number 35, say yes. So say yes to success is literally what I heard. You know, sometimes we're scared, you know, more of having things going right, you know, like, oh, I'm used to things going wrong. That's just second nature. But things going right, woo, messes me up, boy. All right. Number 1, get over yourself. You know, don't make everything about you. Not everything is about you. Sometimes we have to swallow that hard pill of getting over ourselves. Get out of your own way is what Spirit is saying here. You are blocking your own blessings from coming through. So whether that's your doubt or your attitude, you have to really check in with yourself. It's a wake-up call, Spirit is saying here. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on in the love department for you this month of November. So this can include yourself, family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So let's see what you have here. I mean, you have some flyers and this wall feels like there's some kind of big misunderstanding. Walls are up, you know, so you're not reaching out. You're not even willing to meet a person halfway, you know, is what Spirit is saying, because the walls have gone up. You do have this rose for romances in the air, so if you're open and ready to receive love, it could be coming in. Marriage is on the table here, whether you're already married, and if you are, you may need to give more, you know, reach out to your spouse, your significant other, you know, this misunderstanding, these walls going up, man, this could be, you know, maybe you're getting married this month, or it's your anniversary month or something, but pour more love into your marriage. If it's dead, if it feels dead, done over, it may not necessarily be completely, but you have to be really real with yourself. Am I putting in effort? You know, when did we stop putting in effort, you know, that sort of thing. All right, we have the cat, a two-faced friend. Yucky. Ooh, you got a case of the fake people. They're nice to your face, but saying all kinds of bad, hateful things behind your back. You also have this pail, which says it is time to get out of the situation. So whether that's your marriage, or this dealing with this cat person, or, You know, I mean, there are so many of us, so the possibilities are literally endless here, you guys. So, like I said, get really real with yourself, really check in with yourself, and, you know, may have to swallow some tough pills here. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finance for you this month of November, Aquarius. I always like to know what's going on with my money, honey. I'm always like, hey, yo, give me $1 million. You know, like how nice would it be if you woke up and there's just $1 million sitting in all of your accounts? I'd be like, yep, I manifested that. I sure did. Give me my money, honey. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, you got a V, victory in some endeavor. So, you know, you're victorious already. Say yes to these wins, you guys. Say yes to, I can absolutely do whatever I put my hand, heart, and mind to. You have bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Yes, I love it. You're making that bread. We do have this pig. Beware of greed. Greed and pride come before a downfall, you guys. So you don't want to get greedy. You don't want to become a piggy. We have the valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So, hey, you know, the V in the valley, you guys, you're the champion. So remind yourself that you already have won. You know, you're smashing your goals, you're getting things done, you're taking care of business here, you guys. All right, let's see what's going on in life for you this month of November, Aquarius. You know, life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you pump your brakes, use some Vaseline? And life's like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, just because I can don't mean I want to, you know, like I want to coast on easy street a little bit. Like that just sounds pretty dadgum good to me. Ooh, you have the star. You are guaranteed success. And I love that for you because in Tarot, Aquarius, you are the star, major arcana. So the star is about keeping your hope and faith alive and tapping into your inner strength and wisdom. You have the caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Yes. You know, the caterpillar realizes that it's the beautiful butterfly and it does everything it can to prepare to go into the cocoon, eating all the yummy food, you know, doing everything it can. So once it comes out of the cocoon and spreads its beautiful wings, and you get to pick what kind of butterfly you want to be. So, I mean, it's not always going to be this way. And that is like my mantra. That is something I remind myself. It's going to get better. So, all right, we have carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. I'm also hearing spiritual there as well. But hey, you're going on this journey in style, in a carriage. Ooh, you got a club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Good luck. You're going to take that club and beat them with it. And it's probably that cat person is what Spirit is giving me. So good luck. All right, let's get some messages from the moon. And the moon is all about changes in our lives. You know, the moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases. From new to full, she is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get some messages from Mama Moon here for Aquarius for the month of November. All right, we have a number 22, waning gibbous 6 for wisdom coming in. Ooh, you're learning, you're growing, you're changing. You know, the caterpillar signifies that. And we also have a number 16, full moon Power. Ooh, are you standing strong and true in your authentic power? All right, a number 22. Let's see. Waning Gibbous 6. Wisdom. Wisdom is more than mere knowledge. There may be something you aren't seeing and need to research more thoroughly. Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. Reach out, you guys. That's why those people are in our lives. It's all for a reason, and it's in its own season. The affirmation: I use my knowledge and experience to make wise decisions. Companion stone or metal is fluoride. Ooh, I use my knowledge and experience to make wise decisions. Give me wisdom. All right, a number 16, full moon power. Step into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. And the affirmation: I have power. It is real. The companion stone or metal is moonstone. I have power. It is real. Own your power. Own your strength here. All right, let's get an Angel Answers Oracle message here for you for this month of November, Aquarius. Maybe you have questions, and this is a way for your guides and angels to connect with you, get you a message, get you an answer. Let's see what it is. Ooh, it's a big fat yes. I mean, say yes, and your guides and your angels are even saying yes. So, it's a yes, yes, yes situation. All right, let's get some daily healing mini deck messages here for you for this month of November, Aquarius. Let's see what else you need to know here. That one. First one says, master the step that you are on. Don't try to leap so far ahead. Be on the stone you're on and master that. Work daily towards improving your mental health. It's a daily thing, you guys. Take things 1 second at a time if that is all you can handle. There is no shame in, stepping away, giving yourself time, giving yourself space. Sometimes we really have to give ourselves extra love and support. All right, let's get some Language of Flowers mini deck messages here. My mind went blank for a minute. Let's pick you some flowers for this month of November, Aquarius. Let's see what we have here. So first we have Heliconia, realization. The answer is here. Take heed. So you've asked your questions. The answer is yes. Take heed. And you also have Agapanthus, words of love. Speak with your heart. Speak love and life over yourself, over other people and the situations, and especially about the future. All right, we're going to get your bonus. It is going to come from the Animal Tarot. Thank you so much for running the numbers up on your last month's reading. Let's see who wants to be Aquarius's spirit animal guide for the month of November. All right, we have the Two of Summer, the Lovebird. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. You know, I literally said that up there. You know, it's not dead, done, and over with just yet. So it's still savable if you're willing to put in the effort, if you're willing to work. You know, remind yourself that you are teammates and not enemies. All right, Aquarius, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. Hit it with the razzle dazzle. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with all of you. It really does bring a lot of joy into my life. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. And I'm, you know, from the bottom of my heart, Aquarius, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.